guys, welcome to another recap of King of the Nerds. Alana is on everyone's S list. Well, at least on her team anyway, because she didn't have a choice. She had to pick a winner and a loser, and the loser would always, well, no matter what team it was, she had to join that team. So, yeah. This week, it's a cosplay competition. That's just a fancy word for LARPing, for real. She had to, well, everyone had to create imaginary characters in an imaginary realm or world. So one, the orange team, had to do villains from fantasy, and the other team, the blue team, had to do heroes from sci-fi. At least I think that's what it was. So right away, Virgil is on the offense, and he's grabbing all of the good materials to work with. And that really pisses off the orange team because they think he's a dick. They made a big point of saying that he was a dick, and he went over to them and was like, "Did you just call me a dick?" And they were like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, okay. I guess so." So the nerds had some time to prepare. They had to make costumes, they had to write the script, they had to rehearse. When they came out, oh my god, that was a whole lot of LARPy look. It was insane. Some costumes, let's just say, were better than others. They had to name their teams also. So the orange team became the Servants of the Forsaken Orb. Pretty creative. And the blue team, not so much. Plextrophy. Virgil didn't even know how to say it. Took him a few tries. Well, the judges, Adam Bush, Yaya Han, Costume Lady, and George Takei. Freaking love that guy, and he didn't say "oh my" the entire time. That was kind of disappointing. Alright, so the presentations were a little lopsided as well. The blue team really, they just weren't that good. They couldn't hold a candle to the orange team. Genevieve's singing was really bad on her team. I don't know why she decided to sing her part, because it was horrible. It was like a horrific version of Annie. And the other team, they just had it all going on. They had cool costumes. They had their script down. Their presentation was great. Ivan, when he came out as that devil guy on the stilts, that was freaking the final nail in the other team's coffin. So the Servants of the Forsaken Orb were victorious. And they won a day of sword training at a circ school. They got to dress up in armor, and they learned from a swords mistress some sword play. And then they got to feast like giant nerds on pizza and wings and drink liquids out of goblets. It was really awesome. So they had a chance to discuss who they wanted to send, because it's the same as last week. One team puts up one of its own, and the other team picks one of the other team. So they were toying around with putting up Genevieve. You know, the edit is never accurate. Let's just say that. And the other team, who are they going to sacrifice? Well, Virgil's a dick. And Ilana, well, Alana, she just F's everything up. So when it's time for the nerd off, Booger, aka, I think, is it Craig? I don't even know. Curtis, sorry. I knew it was with C. It's very late right now. It's like 2 in the morning. They picked the other team, the orange team, aka Servants of the Realm. Is that what it was? Yeah. No. Servants of the Forsaken Orb. There's too much nerdery going on here. They choose John, the big brain, in a pool of big brains. And Alana is chosen by her own team. So they're instructed to expand their knowledge of imaginary realms. They have 3 hours to study. And then they convene on the lawn of enchanted creatures, which basically is just a whole bunch of cardboard cutouts, garden gnomes, and mannequins dressed up in weird science fiction-y type stuff. Okay, so It's the old answer a question, and if you get it right, you get to throw your 20-sided dice or die and try and score some points. Nerds trying to score. Not likely. Alright, so Alana was getting killed. John was beating the crap out of her, but then in one roll she tied it all up. Then it came down to the final question. They were tied at the final question, and Alana ends up winning by 100 points. Sick! John is eliminated. They put a virtual rock on him as he was walking out. I think that's pretty funny. So anyway, next week, kids, it's going from 9 to 8. So if you want to know which freaking nerd's going home, watch the damn show. And if you want to know what I think, watch the damn recap. Till next week, much love.